Last year, we went on a bikepacking trip along Skyline Drive. This year, we're good.
We're faster.
Yeah, we're bigger, faster, stronger, maybe wiser. I guess we'll find out pretty soon. We are going from DC to Pittsburgh along the C&O trail first, which is about 10 miles from Josh's house in Alexandria, and then we're merging with the GAP trail. It's about 330 miles.
We're doing 342.
We're doing 340 because we're crazy like that, so why not? We're gonna do it in 3 days. So
Allegedly.
yes, allegedly. We've got our same handy packs here. Our saddle bag, front bag. Because this is a sequel and everything has to be bigger and better, the hydration pack is now high-vis yellow, but it's the same one, Mission Workshop Hauser. This time though, we do have some panniers on our hybrid bikes. Why are we doing this? Well, last year we wanted to challenge ourselves during the pandemic. Why are we doing this year, Josh?
I turned 30, so
Josh is 30.
I wanted to reassert my vitality.
He wants to reassert his vitality. He wants to put himself through a human challenge that maybe he couldn't do in his 20s. I'm turning 37. I'm not a young buck anymore, but I'm looking for a challenge as well. And what better way to challenge yourself than biking along the East Coast? So here we go. Wish us luck again. All right, 10 miles down. We just passed the Washington Monument. Brought back a lot of good memories from a year ago. A lot of memories of pain, agony, but triumph as well. We are officially at mile 0 of the C&O trail. So there you go. We got Josh, he's back, I'm back. The rule of sequels, as I said, you always gotta be bigger, better, faster. The spectacle has to be increased. Plot line doesn't matter.
124 miles to go. So.
Yep. 124 miles to go. How are you feeling, Josh?
Well, that was a breezy 10 to start.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna do 20-mile increments from here on out.
Not like last time where we went 3,000 miles uphill on day 1. This time, relatively flat.
Stopping every 5 miles.
That was, yeah. That felt like warm up. We could do that all day.
Yeah.
Quiet confidence going on here. So here we go. We made it to our first stop. We're about 25 miles in on the C&O trail, but about 40 miles in total. We had a little bit of a detour. I'd say the only lesson learned was just because it's not forecast to rain doesn't mean you're not going to get extremely muddy, because it apparently stormed last night and we got absolutely filthy. So as you can see here, probably could have installed fenders, but too late now. What's done is done. We just got to finish it. Other than that though, feeling good. Just had some oatmeal. How are you feeling, Josh?
Pretty good. I think the difference between this ride and our last trip so far is there's not really many hills here, so it's mostly going to be a question of, you know, preventing yourself from chafing and your hands from getting numb and trying to keep moving around so you're not getting stiff, right? Because we have 100 more miles to go, so this is a long day.
Yeah, we still have 100 miles to go just today. It's about 11-ish right now, 11 a.m. So we'll be lucky if we get in before dusk. I don't think we're gonna beat it. That's okay. It's gonna be a good workout. So we're cautiously optimistic that this is gonna go pretty flawlessly. So yeah, in terms of food, I've got about $100 worth of gels in my pack right now, and I've just been wolfing them down like nobody's business.
And at this point, I should have mentioned, I became afraid of nipple chafing, so I put Band-Aids on my nipples. So we'll see how those go at the next checkpoint.
Yeah, that heavy mileage, things just rub against skin, and it gradually worsens. So
tell me more.
Yeah, I can't tell you about my own issues, but they're there. So yeah, beautiful river next to us. I'll try to get some shots of it in a bit. Over and out. Yeah, there is a certain draw in living outside the city. Just where you're constantly exposed to trails, constantly exposed to nature, quieter, the stars are actually visible. You can hear running water that's natural. I think Josh and I are both in uncharted territory right now. This is officially the longest I have ever biked in a day. We've crossed over 80 miles total for the day, which makes it longer in distance than what I did last year on Skyline Drive, although that was more vertical, so arguably more challenging, although we still have another 50 miles to go here. All right, so we have crossed the 90-mile mark. I don't think I've ever biked more than 90 miles before, so that's exciting. We are stopping, resting, recuperating. I think we were feeling pretty good up until about mile 75 today. And I think it's safe to say that we hit a bit of a wall for the last 15 miles. And the last 5 or 6 were kind of agonizing. I think
it finally happened.
Yeah, it finally happened. We hit the wall.
Collapsed.
We kind of collapsed. We faded into the next stop. We were hoping we would only have one more stop after this. We'll probably need several to make it. We've been cycling for 7 hours. Things are just tight. Body parts are having prolonged pressure on the bike. It's not feeling very good.
Parts of me are bleeding badly.
Yes, we're bleeding. Definitely not goodly. As you can see, my shoes are in great shape. And we're gonna be really sore tomorrow. So yeah, 140 something miles total today. That's no joke. Like I said, seven hours of cycling is no joke. We're gonna make it, but it's looking like it's a very appropriate sequel to last year, where we're gonna limp into the finish, probably walk the bikes the last half mile or so, and cramp kind of severely at night and probably not sleep very well.
You should all do this. It's great.
Yeah. If that isn't your idea of a good vacation, then I don't know what is.
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, get out of your office and go bike a trail. Josh has had some big life events this year. So
yeah, I got married. I turned 30.
He turned 30. Joined the 30s club. He got married. So we're getting older. We're settling down, all the cool adult stuff, but we're still tackling this full-fledged, full bore. Lance, we're trying to make you proud, bro.
It's fair to say that I feel like the 30s for me are going to be there's going to be a lot of bike packing in this decade.
Oh yeah.
You and I are going to do some crazy shit.
This is only the beginning. Yeah. This is not going to feel good, and we're probably going to be wondering what we're doing out here in the morning when we first wake up, but it'll pay off.
I have nothing to add. I'm in pain.
Yeah, I'm gonna go stretch for about 30 minutes now. feels pretty surreal. Little hiking today as well. We're about at the 91-mile trail marker, which puts us well over 100 miles in. We hit a bit of a rough patch there. We had a detour. It involved a pretty intense vertical hike off the bikes, pushing some pretty heavy bikes up for a while, and then miles and miles through neighborhoods. Hilly neighborhoods, only to come back to where we started. So I was hoping and praying to see the mile marker 100, and then I rode by 90. And it was enough to make me start fantasizing giving up. Josh was fantasizing giving up. We're way behind schedule now.
It was like the most demoralizing 45-minute period of my life.
Yeah.
It was soul crushing.
Yeah, we're gonna get in it. Originally we were hoping for 7 became 8 became 9. We might be getting it at like 10 now. Anyways, we're gonna just try to constantly refuel. We're gonna get there, have some hot chocolate, maybe a little liquor. I'm gonna have some pad thai. Josh, what are you gonna have for dinner tonight?
I don't know, either the fettuccine or it's the linguine, right?
Yeah.
Or the risotto, chicken risotto.
There you go. We'll yeah. This night might even warrant the dessert. This day was not without its setbacks. Whenever you have to hike off your bike for a little while, pushing
vertically.
A lot of weight vertically, it does something to your mind. Just you know, we aimed high. We're gonna end up well over 144 miles after that detour today. We might even be over 150, which it's about twice as much as I'd ever done before in a day. So, you know, we're not gonna put our heads down here. We're gonna keep fighting to the end. So with that,
rah rah.
Yeah, with that, I'll see you tomorrow morning maybe. The fun part, we were fighting all day to beat sunset. We lost. Alright, we got a beautiful sunset. Makes it all worthwhile. We are utterly crushed. We are in a very beautiful spot though. And I'm not strong enough to get their GoPro off my bike, so I'm just going to commentate here.
Mile 125.
Yeah, we're at 125 miles. We're going to find the nearest campsite and pass out. We didn't make our intended target, but we're close enough that it shouldn't derail our total journey. So we're going to get some solid food, call it a night, and enjoy nature for a bit. Over and out. All right, we're back. We're still alive. Last night was complete madness, I would say, is how I would summarize it. We didn't believe that we were going to make it to our stop, which was the C&O bike shop where we were going to lodge for the night. But at our intended campsite, the spigot did not work. So we were forced to continue. We rode at night, fighting our battery life of Josh's light, an additional 20-something miles, and got here at like 10 p.m. We both fell off our bikes once. I ended up messing up my derailleur and actually completely destroyed my front wheel. So when we were here, I had that repaired. So yeah, it was quite an endeavor. I think we were asleep at like 1 in the morning. We are alive. We are not going to Pittsburgh. We're heading back.
Yeah, we're gonna try to split the trip back into 2 days. I mean, yesterday we did about 150 miles, which, you know, was by far the most either of us had ever done. It was, my body, my soul, everything are pretty crushed, and we're gonna try to salvage this and go slow and make our way back home and, You know, fortunately that means we're not going to have to pick up a rental car and drive back at midnight. We can try to take our time a bit more. I think both our bodies are hurting. We're raw in some sensitive places. A few details that Matt left out from yesterday, I would say. Number one, we had a million obstacles thrown in our way. At the start of the trip, Matt talked yesterday about the fact that we had a wrong turn that added 10 miles to our trip. Well, later on, towards mile marker 87 on the C&O, which was, you know, about 100 for us at that point, we had a construction detour that took us like, I don't know, like 6 or 7 miles out of our way.
It was an intense vertical hiking, shoving our 50+ pound bikes uphill.
We were pushing our bikes like this up a hill that was basically made of mud. And then we had these like aggressive rolling hills on this detour. So it wasn't a detour like flat like the trail itself. It was a detour that was incredibly grueling. I'm happy we made it through. I'm really proud of how we kind of persevered yesterday. It was a really hard day, but we're alive, we're surviving, we're ready to go. So let's tackle this day.
We had a good breakfast this morning. I'm pounding some coffee that I got at a nearby Sheets. So we had a little bit of civilization here, which was nice. We really lucked out that we ended up at a bike shop. Otherwise the trip would have been over anyways, since my bike got destroyed. So yeah, the bikes have taken some serious abuse.
The bike broke, you know, 5 miles away from this site. So, you know, the bike breaks, my light's dying on my bike. I'm squatting in front of the bike trying to figure out how we can get it to move, right? And we finally release the front brake so the bent wheel can actually move through the, you know, the front part of the bike. And then my light dies. So we start moving again, and I have to use my iPhone to go the last like 3 miles. I mean, it was just thing after thing after thing.
Safety protocol, don't recommend riding in the dark without a front brake.
Oh, we're gonna do a deep
and
at the end of this trip on all the things we learned, because Matt and I want to keep doing this, and this is gonna be a big lesson learned trip, I would say.
Oh yeah. Luckily there's no broken bones, so there's about the only positive I can think of right now. Yeah. Anyways, we'll catch you in about 10 to 15 miles. We just cranked out a solid 53 miles from our last point in Hancock, Maryland. Obviously, we're not going north to Pittsburgh, we're going back to DC. But all in all, we're making pretty good time. So I think that's pretty solid. And that's in spite of a few aches and pains. So
more than a few. We're taking it small chunk by small chunk at this point.
That's right, yeah. Whereas yesterday, maybe we leaped, today we are crawling. But so yesterday we were starting with 25-mile chunks. We got in a 20-miler at the beginning, and now we're down to like, give or take 10, maybe 5 to finish off the day. But we're gonna get there, we're gonna camp with plenty of time to spare, have fun. All in all, I think spirits are high considering, yeah, we didn't make it to Pittsburgh, but we've managed the most mileage over a 3-day span in our lives. And that's also pushing some pretty damn heavy backpacks here, which is not something to put our head down over, and at some point in time we will make it to Pittsburgh. So
It's over now.
yeah. All right, we rebounded nicely. We made it 76 miles. Got a really nice campsite here. Not necessarily the best feeling day in the world, but I think we're in pretty good spirits, all things considered, especially considering we easily could have quit this trip, taken a train ride back. We decided to keep biking. We adjusted our plans and we just kept going. This is still gonna be a full-fledged trip, and we're still over 200 miles into this sucker, so we're here.
We're gonna have a feast tonight.
That's right.
We're gonna have a feast. We're gonna have hot cocoa. We're gonna have bourbon and whiskey in our hot cocoa. It's gonna be awesome.
Goddamn right. We're gonna get drunk and we're gonna have some dessert and we're gonna enjoy the night.
Listen to some motherfucking Iron Maiden.
That's right. We're gonna listen to Iron Maiden because there's just no other option right now. All right. Until tomorrow. All right. Some scenic beauty at our campground. Pretty good night's sleep. Very peaceful. Very tranquil. Last day. I think we're feeling upbeat. We're feeling good. How you feeling, Josh?
Good. We were woken up by some cows mooing, so that's always a good start to your day.
Yep. Cows, frogs, we got it all. So, all right, it's gonna be a fun stretch to get home.
Yay! Welcome home.
And we're back.
Woohoo! This one.
We obviously made it. Life is good. It was quite a challenge, a final hill. I'm out of SD memory right now, so I'm just gonna end on a very anticlimactic note and say that was tough.
That was tough, and see you next time, guys.
Yep. See you next time.